Hi everyone, today we're going to go over some of the conditional formatting examples in Smartsheets. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, I have some dummy data, and the very first column is the student IDs, and then math and physics numbers they have gotten in the exams. Okay, so these numbers are randomly generated. So you can see this icon right here, which says conditional formatting. Just going to click on that, move it on the side. Okay, so let's say I want to highlight or point out the cells where a student has gotten more than 90 in maths. Okay, so to do that, in the conditional formatting box you can see add new rule. Okay, then set the condition. So I want to find out, so in the math, so I'm just checking on the math column. Okay, and then define custom criteria. What is the criteria? Is greater than, you can see a lot of options, greater than 90. Okay, and then press okay, and then what will be the outcome of that cell? Let's say I want to highlight it with green. Okay, and you can see this is applied on entire row. Okay, but I don't want that. I want to apply that on math only. Okay, so you can see like whoever has gotten more than 90, those cells um, are highlighted. Okay, and here the condition is applied on this math column. Okay, now this is rather than applying this on this column, let's say we want to apply that on the student ID column, this condition. Okay, so basically shifting on the left. So whoever got more than 90, we are just highlighting those student IDs. Okay, so we are looking through, going through these values, and whenever it is more than 90, the cell in the student ID is getting highlighted. Now you can do different types of colors. You can pick different colors to fill in, and also you can change the font color. Let's say you can make it orange. Okay, and also you have the options to make it bold or italic. Okay, so you can tag along another thing here. So this is only one condition, right? And that is applied on this math column. So you can see we have a column called physics, and let's say we want to figure out the student IDs, whoever has gotten numbers more than 90 in both math and physics. Okay, so here this is only looking for one column, right? Now let's say I want to do an and, so add condition. Okay, and here, so basically both has to be true, and then you select physics. Okay, and let's say condition is let's say greater than 90. Okay, set this okay, and then okay. So now what it is doing is like going through both math and physics columns, and wherever we are meeting the criteria, the number is more than 90 in math and physics, we are going to highlight or um, color up those student IDs. Okay, so this is a way to kind of doing the conditional formatting, and whatever things you need to highlight or kind of bring attention to, you can do that. You can also like change the font a bit whenever there is a match. Let's say I wanna, what is the font size right here? So 16. You see, it went up whenever there is a match. Okay, so this is an and condition. Okay, so there are students you can see who got more than 90 in physics but less than um, 90 in math. So in that case, that's an or, right? Like, and if you want to do like if you want to pick up like students who got more than 90 in math or more than 90 in physics, you can do that as well. But in that case, I'm just going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to delete this condition right here. Okay, um, delete this rule. Okay, so and add new. So whoever got more than 90 in math, okay, let's say greater than 90 in math. Okay, going to highlight those by, let's say, blue. Okay, and only that specific student ID column. Okay, so whenever more than 90 in maths, going to highlight that. Now another rule is going to be or, so either is true to highlight that student ID cell. So in that case, physics greater than 90. Okay, and apply that to the student ID column. Okay, and then let's say going to fill it up with light blue. Okay, so now we have set up a or condition. Either of this is true to highlight these cells. Okay, So you can say you can have both and or condition. Okay. So now let's go to something else. I just wanted to show a couple more examples. Let's say we have pass, then fail, pass, fail, fail. Okay, and let's hide. So we are done with these three. So let's hide these three columns. Okay, so now we are working on text. Okay, so going to do a conditional formatting on the text. So you can see I have clear pass and fail. So let's figure out how to do the conditional formatting. So first, and I don't need these rules anymore. So going to delete this rule, and add new rule. Okay. So what is the new rule? Let's say this column, which is column 4, right, contains P. Okay. And then okay, and then highlight that with, let's say, okay, and only that column. So see, I had two P's. One is um, capital, one is small. It is just like going through. It's not discriminating between capital and small p. Okay, so both. Whenever it finds p, it's just highlighting. Okay, so this is the way you can do text for conditional formatting in text on also. Okay, now wanted to show you a couple more things. Let's say I have some numbers here as well, 10, 0, 60. Okay, now set up a condition to figure out which is going to go through all these elements in this column and highlight only whenever it finds numbers. Okay, so you can see there is an option here. Column 4 contains a number. Okay, whatever it is there, if you just highlight the numbers. Okay, then you see we are just moving on to the numbers. Okay, so let's see what are the options we have here. You can see it can figure out whether it's a number or not, whether this is blank or not. Okay, um, is between. This is something also you can, like, if there is some numbers you want to look for, like between 80 and 90, it's going to figure out. Okay, let's say I have 10 and 60, right? Let's say I want to figure out anything between 10 and 70. Okay, so if I do that, and you see it's highlighting 10 and 60, because what our condition says, anything between 10 and 70 is going to highlight. Okay, including 10, right? Okay, so what else we have? We have not a number, we have gone through that. Less than, greater than, I think we have gone through most of the options. Let's say one more time in contains. Okay, let's erase these. Let's say we have gray, let's say we have green, then gray, then we have grape. Okay, and I'm going to do a conditional formatting to find out wherever there is G. So it's going to highlight. So all these three words got G, right? Now let's say I want to figure out. So another thing is, like, if we have multiple criteria, okay? So there is an order, okay? So add a new rule, and once this is done, figure out column 4 contains gray, okay? And then I do this, and then I want to change it to green, okay? And only that column 4. So you see, nothing happened, right? Although we are doing an exact match with the gray, this is not turned into green. What is the reason? Because there is an order in the conditions. You can see right here, higher rules take priority over lower rules. So the first rule was um, whenever we find G, highlight that. So we find G in all these three occurrences. So that's why we are just not going through the next one. Okay. However, if we want to set up the priority, like whenever we find gray, use the green um, field first and then to the yellow. In that case, we can just move it up. And now you see, we first highlighted the gray and then the remaining ones are filled up with yellow. So I hope you guys have learned something from this lecture.